Hello everyone, it's me obviously because I'm talking and it says my name somewhere over here. It was a bit poorly. I got quite a bad cold, which meant that I couldn't breathe and talk at the same time. So I'm catching up now, but it's become a bit of... I asked if people would like to see what I had bought within the month or in the week, and people are really keen to see what I had got, so that if they have something that I've just got, then maybe I could give them ideas, because I am really enjoying the whole card making. I love albums and I love my 3D, but they can all be used together. Do not think stamps are just for cards. They really aren't. Anyway, so now I don't preach to anyone. I'm going to make this really quick. I do not preach to anyone. Everyone has things. No one has the right to tell anyone what they can and can't do. I believe firmly in that, unless it comes to stealing or murder and really, really bad things. However, I wanted to show you the difference. I got this through Simon Says Stamp. Now, this is his own, so I actually do shop from Simon Says Stamp because I don't get import duty. Also with Hero Arts, the monthly kits, I don't get charged import. On the Altenew and Concord and 9th, I do sometimes. But if you buy them through Simon Says Stamp, you don't. So, go figure. But we have Bumbleberry Crafts and we have Seven Hill Crafts in this country that do all the American stamps and dies and everything. Bumbleberry has Gina K stuff now. Now, my next project after I finish my album is to do the Turnabout wreath maker. Now, I can do that very quickly. The video will probably be 5 minutes long. That's it. It's that easy. I don't know if anyone else has tried. I tried. There is one thing I will confess to. I try not to watch. I watch Jennifer Maguire a lot, and Cheryl B. I watch all the. There are a lot of people I watch, especially my lovely Gina. Cheryl, I always watch. I don't like to watch too many people who do the same things that I do, because I wouldn't want to subconsciously copy them. If I get an idea of someone, I will tell you who I got the inspiration from. I would never, ever take anyone's idea and say it was mine. I don't like that. So, preaching over. But the whole point was, this is the one I bought, and I asked my friend if I could borrow this. Now, this one come from China. The difference is staggering. So, I just thought I would show you the difference. I'm not preaching. I'm really not, genuinely not. Now, I have used this stamp set. This is Jennifer Maguire. I have a lot of the Distress Oxides, and I recently bought some more, which are 2 aren't even opened. I haven't used them yet, but they're more pastel-y. I either go for really bright colours or pastels. There's no in between. No in between for me. So she actually, I think she uses stamp, but I'm going to use another stamp. When you see it, you'll understand why. So I use those as watercolours because you're using the Distress Oxide. You can see it on coloured card because it's pigment in with the dye. The pigment will lay on top of the card. So I could paint this on black and it will show up. That is massive. You can stamp the Distress Oxides onto black and it shows up. It is such a unique stamp, ink. don't ever let the name put you off. I mean, I could add water to this and it would give you the oxide look. But if you just stamp with them, they are amazing. They've got a lovely matte finish. I mean, these are watercoloured. But I then, after this, found out that Altenew were bringing out watercolours, so I ordered those as well. I really enjoyed it. Right, so I've done that one and that one. Oh, now, we all know that I have tremors, and you will see that I am going to have to go round and clean up my work or my jumps with an eraser, my mono eraser, but I can take a craft knife and take it off as well. But that is the actual stamp, which you can see. And then you've got 3 others, which I actually use the pen to mask. I don't like cutting out mask. I know that a lot of people love cutting out the masks and reusing them. I don't like fussy cutting. I can't do it well. When you are asking me to do this sort of thing, if I get a small pair of scissors in my hands, well, it just doesn't work. So I do use the masking pen, that after, when you're finished, you literally just get an eraser, one of these disgusting things that I use a lot, and it comes off. And so that's going to be framed after I've got my little whoopses off. So I've actually had 2 completely different looks out of one stamp set. So there you go. And that one can go back. Oh, sorry, I forgot to share. That was on very dark card as well. And these are watercolor. This isn't watercolor paper, it's standard card. I got a bit mucky there, as I do. Come on, it's me. If you need to prime your stamps for first use, I know some people sand them with some sandpaper. There's no way I'm sandpapering my stamp sets for the first use. Get one of those and just rub it over your stamp, and that will take off any residue. It will take you 30 seconds and it will make sure that from the first stamp on you get a clear print. So we know this isn't new because I've shown it to you before in purple and it was delicious. I loved it. So this is from Simon Says Stamp and it's the ornate 6x6 background stamp. But look, a year after he made them, they made them, they've brought out dies that will cut out or bring up part of these dies. Now, I've seen them with different colours going in there, so I guess you can actually remove them and put it in. But that's what I love. They bring out a project, but they continue to bring out products years later that will work. I love it. So I'm quite excited about that one. I really am. I thought that was quite exciting. I bought these, which are really pretty. Look at those. Now, this is going to be one of the ones where I am a naughty, but not intentionally. So, well, it's a year ago, so I can't be blamed for that. I got a lot of my gems from China. And I found that there these tiny little, you know, this lot they're just these. I've got one in my other gem box. They come to a couple of pounds, and there's more. And these are all for nail decorations. And like I say, I've got more. I think I keep the hearts in here. Oh. I keep the heart there because I use them. So if you don't want to splash out, You can probably buy them straight off Amazon here, to be honest. But they are cool. They're the for people having their nails done. Now that does work out. Now this is the Distress Resist spray. I haven't opened mine. However, they give out a warning: do not use on anything you want to keep. So if you are going to spray that on a stamp and then use it as a resist, you are going to need to throw the stamp away. You can use it on stencils if you get it straight into water within 30 seconds. It is like glue, but not like glue. A lot of people have done tutorials on these. Look them up. But heed the warning. When I used my friend's, I did not. And she won't craft with me anymore. She says I'm too dangerous. Well, I don't think ruining some paper was dangerous. Anyway, so this also is new for me. These are glow in the dark. They got the black top, so it's different. Now, I put them on some paper and it went dark in my craft room, and they didn't really show up, and I thought, well, okay, I'll just use them as really neon bright decorations. And I went into my craft room to shut it down for the night, and it was then pitch black. These are eerie. They literally glow in the dark. So if you have someone that you want to maybe play a little trick or have a bit of mischief, this will make them they will jump. So ideal for Halloween if you celebrate it or you send the cards. This comes in a lot of colours, but I just went for that one. Now this is what I'm so excited about. This is the new release from Concord and Ninth, and from here to there is 7 inches, which means that you can use this any which way you like. You can pick out parts that you want, or you can use like that on the card, or that. You get to pick what you want shown. And these here, these match up, sorry, it's a big set. These match up with those. So if you stamp those with a colour, it will put a swash of colour up to here, and then after there another swash of colour. It is stunning. I can't wait to use that. And this script, I don't like thin script dies, but I love that. It's just, it says, may kindness return to you in the same lovely way it was given. I mean, that is such a lovely saying. I'm really sorry about the shiny. I'm trying to keep it down. So I got the matching dies because there is no way I'm fussy cutting that out. No. And that is Grateful for You. And these here will put little crosses into your card so that you can see through them. I love that, and I was so excited, as you can tell. This is the new Turn stamp set, which is got these on. I'm really looking forward to it. I love this saying, that kind of font. I love it. So I'm really looking forward to trying that one. That is obviously from Concord and Night, and that was my free gift from them, as it was their 3rd birthday and they are celebrating it. So this is what I want to do in watercolour. I think it will look stunning, and I think it really will. So as you know, I belong to Hero Arts monthly stamp club. These are amazing. I love every single one of them. They can be used all year round. They are just perfect. This is where my masking pen comes in. I will be able to mask off all the bits and pieces instead of cutting dies. I do not dies. Why are words so hard today? Instead of cutting the covers, I can literally use my pen to mask it. That's it, masks. I don't like cutting masks, especially on things like this. I can't do it anymore. So they give you the matching dies, and this is the second time running that they have given a cover plate die, which will take up the front of a American A2 card. I am using a lot of Gina K's paper at the moment. It's great value, it really is, and I get that from Bumbleberry Craft. It's great value, lovely thickness, and it is definitely as good as Stampin' Up. My Stampin' Up has always been, it's their paper and their cards are beyond compare. I have been challenged by Gina K's card. Lovely colour, lovely thickness, takes the stamping well. It's just, it is 11 by 8.5, so it is then, if you cut it in half, an A2, you'll be able to use the base plates and it will take up the whole of the front. I have a lot of large dies that literally take up the whole of the card front. I didn't like to have to ruin one of our A4s to get it properly. So yeah, that's them. I have the Hero Arts glaze pen, which I bought. I actually bought that a couple of days before finding out that this was on its way. And some white puff embossing powder, which is going to be brilliant for the cream on there, but it's going to be great for Christmas as well. The sand one that they put on a couple of months ago, their sand embossing powder was eerily sand-like. Amazing. Now, I use crystal glaze. I also use Gina K's crystalline pen, and this is very much similar to that. This one comes out harder. Sorry, you have to squeeze harder to get it out, which is perfect for me, because if my hand goes into spasm and I'm using something that comes out really quickly, it's not good. It really isn't. So this is lovely. It dries very quickly, as does the Gina K, but hers is a lot easier to get out of the pen, which is not a bad thing. And the crystal glaze that I use, well, you just hold it and it comes out very smoothly. You don't put any pressure on it at all. Again, I love it, but I do get a bit mucky at times. So that goes with the stamp set. This is the Tim Holtz, not Jim, Tim Holtz, and this is the botanical 3D die. Everyone is going crazy about it. I cannot see where it says anywhere the name of it, but I'm sure it's called botanical. You're probably saying it's right there. I can't see it, but this, you won't mistake that. It's gorgeous. I just need to find my plates for my Big Shot. I've been so used to using the Gemini that I can't find my plates for my Big Shot. I've got the metal magnetic platform, but you can't use it on that because it's slightly thicker than the normal one. So hey ho, right, running on. This, you might think I've lost my mind. I was loving this as soon as I saw it. I love neat, which you wouldn't believe when you see some of my cards, but this amazes me. I love it. This is right up my valley. Up my valley? That sounds naughty. Right up my alley. That sounds better. I love it. Look at these. You can Google and look at images of these and you will be surprised at how beautiful this can be. Especially, like I will do, either do that with crystal glaze or put a metallic satin clear over it embossing. I love it, I really do. You'll be very surprised. This you'll use on cards and all sorts. These will show you will be able to use most of those. It's a smaller set, so therefore is a good size. Now, I've never been a fan of waffle flower. I always thought they were slightly too quirky. I was wrong. Right. I bought this for that. Absolutely loved it. And then I saw the hedgehog when this arrived. And it's just like, oh, it's like my Peg and Pog. We have a male and female. We'll be building their houses soon. So I was really excited about it. This flower was lovely as well. We've got the matching dies. These pockets, you can't break them. I think they actually do sell them separately, but I'd hate to think how much they cost. Right, these, and it's totally, these three just crack me up. They make me laugh so hard that I have got to use them. Look, I have got to use them in a card. And then you come down and I love it. They made me laugh so much. And anything that makes me laugh, as far as I'm concerned, is a good thing. I've seen this flower used by Jennifer Maguire, but I actually bought it for these. Now, I know I will use those a lot because they're delicate and they're fabulous for background die cutting or stamping and embossing. They do come with the dies. Now, this one, when I saw her, I really wasn't fussed. But like I say, Google the stamp set name and see what everyone else has done, and you will be amazed at what you haven't even thought of. The cat I love, I would put them hanging over the top of a mug, but that's just me. As long as there's no liquid in there, people will know that I did not hurt the kitten. But yeah, no, it's great. Oh, nearly there. Mamie, that's her monthly release. They will be used on lots of things because I can put little faces on oh so many things and they're not creepy. Usually when you see eyes and a mouth with no nose, it just freaks me out, but I'm good with them. So you'll be seeing these eyes pretty much on anything. Now, I got these a little while ago. I just wanted to show you, I got my name in these, but these are over 3 inches either way. So I got my name, I got my whole name, but I also just bought the H as well because I've obviously got the I in my name, and that will pretty much take up a card on their own. I bought those from Bumbleberry Crafts. They've just bought out the numbers, which I probably won't bother with. That's a Get Well Soon from Simon Says Stamp. I didn't have that and thought I really do need one of them. I've got lots of the others. Right, the alcohol ink, lift ink. Yeah, I do have alcohol ink, but I have only probably 4 to 6, depending on what size. I don't have a massive amount because you don't need them. You don't need a massive amount. If you are having classes and it's your job, then I can understand you having lots and lots of different colours. But I just got ones with good mixes in. The only trouble is keeping this white pad white. I have some Versamark. There's one I use on camera which is pristine, and then I've got 2 or 3 in my regular that I use on, I know I can use on colouring embossing because it doesn't matter, and they are filthy, so I'm going to have to be careful with these. So I got these from Stampin' Up, obviously. I got that one to coordinate with the stamp, I'm a stamp girl. Not stamp, a punch girl. I love my punches. I have got them going back, well, forever. I except for the whale ones, I've got all the others. But I loved it, and that will be used on my album. I bought these because of the punch. I bought that I liked this and this, but I also did buy the punch. And I bought this because this is lovely. I've got a lot of people that are unwell around me, but I'm not going to lie, it's that. Stunning. I love it. So, just wanted to show you a couple more things. Briefly, I made a get well card. Now, Jennifer showed an A2 card, which she done as a see-through card. Now, if I can find out how to put the link, I need to link stuff. I need to really do it. But if you type in Jennifer Maguire see-through cards, you will see what she done with these. But I decided to do it with a full A4 sheet as the front and another A4 sheet at the back. Now, I did obviously have to prop the leaves up and these with some card on the back side, but it stands up perfectly. I've given it away, otherwise I would show you. It is amazing. This stamp set is amazing. It doesn't look anything, but oh my gosh, it is stunning. And it is the easiest layering die I have, without a doubt. And I've used this and it hasn't gone back in, so I tend to put my my dies away at the end of the week. I won't show you my bag that I have to clean up, but obviously you've got the hoop, and then you've got that goes on the top. You'll see it better that way. And that one, it doesn't cut it out, it just imprints. So in love with you. I did try stitching it, it looked horrible, so I would then just put faux stitching on with a very fine pen. I got, is this I can't remember if this is mini mandalas or mega mandalas. It is on Altenew. Sorry, I really can't remember it, but it is stunning. Stunning, makes great. I don't use Tim Holtz Yupo paper. I buy the A4. There is a difference, but I use, sorry to say it, but the cheaper one. And also, it's available a lot quicker than the Tim Holtz one. It's probably just the same. It may be slightly thinner, but it's Yupo paper and it's nearly indestructible, so you can make great masks that will last out of that. Right, so last thing I'm going to show you, the die for that is in my other crafting room, but that is going in the album. I'm not going to show you the back because it's a bit ugly. But I had to try and figure out how to do a heart, and if I was doing it again I would leave those two top stitches out, but I'm not redoing it because that took me about an hour and a half, believe it or not. And that is going in the folder, the album. Right, do we both feel exhausted after that? I feel like I've just run a marathon. I'm not showing you that to say, look at what I've got. No, 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 no. If you see something in there and you think, oh, well, I'm not sure about that, but if I see what's made with it, I'm always happy to do requests. And I will say, I am enjoying my card making at the moment very, very much. It will never, ever replace my love of albums or 3D crafts, never. But if you would like to see anything done with any of these products, please let me know. And if you want to freak someone out, go with that. Right, so I am now going to start with the baby album. So I will see you shortly. And I will try to do it in a reasonable amount of time. The trouble is I got a big bundle all in at sort of one time. So that's why I have a big box. Next time I will probably have only 3 or 4 items. So there you are. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to me waffle on. If you would like to see me use anything in particular, if you are more curious about the Distress Oxides, Jennifer Maguire, again, she's amazing, does an introduction into the Distress Oxides, but they make really good watercolours as well. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to do the album now, and I will catch you soon. Bye my friends, big hugs.